Well, hello everybody and welcome to April. Today that I'm filming this video, I'm hopeful I can get it filmed, edited, and uploaded same day. We'll see how that goes. But today is April 2nd. Let me check. Yeah, April 2nd. Yesterday was a rough day in our house. Our sweet dog Yogi passed yesterday, and we are all dealing with those emotions. They were really raw yesterday, still pretty raw today. I've gone a little while without crying, and I'm gonna try to keep that up, but I'm gonna distract myself by filming this video. So I did have one more video in the spring cleaning series that I wanted to film just to kind of wrap it up in a nice little bow, get it all done, you know, kind of close it out. I have one closet that's behind you, so I'm sitting on the bottom part of the staircase right now. We have a closet over here that kind of like backs up to our dining room and also to our glitter bathroom. We keep everything from bug spray to pool towels to empty computer boxes in there. So I want to tackle that closet just because I'm very unhappy with it. I want to make a chore chart with you guys because there are things that I try to do every week. There are things that I try to do every month, and then there are things that need to be done, you know, less frequently, but still need to be done every year. So I want to try to make a chore chart, at least for my brain, just to have everything written down, you know, with suggested frequencies. If I do them more often, it's not the end of the world, but just things that need to be done at least this often. So we'll do that. And then I want to sit down and talk to you guys about some of my key takeaways, some things that I've learned or things that I feel like you should know if you're gonna approach a major spring cleaning project. So I don't think anybody should do what I did. I tried to spring clean our whole house in a month. It took a lot of time, and a lot of it I had help with, but some of it I did completely by myself. I would suggest you know, instead of doing it like a spring cleaning, I would suggest you just do one project a month, every month of the year, and then you just live that way. You know, you continue that pattern. That's if I was going to make a suggestion to you, because this was a lot, and I really lost motivation like toward the end. And you know, we've had a lot of things going on that I haven't been vlogging about because I haven't been vlogging, but there's a lot that's happened behind the camera. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and take the camera off the tripod, show you the closet. I'm gonna get started actually working on the closet. I think the plan is to take everything out, make 3 piles. We're gonna make a keep, trash, donation, like pile system. And then everything we keep is gonna go back in. Donate's gonna go right into my car, and the trash is gonna go right into the trash bin. I don't know that we'll have a lot of trash, but I haven't really looked in there yet, so we will see. But that's where we're gonna start. And while I'm doing that, Anthony and I are listening to an audiobook. He is at work right now, just like over there. So he's gonna play the audiobook and we're both gonna listen to it because he started it and I was in the room and now I'm invested. So anyway, that's the plan. Let's take a look at the closet and get started. Here is the closet in question. We've got paper towels and pool towels and cleaning chemicals. This back here is our hurricane kit. That's not going anywhere. This is like a pool vacuum. Sometimes we need that. We've got like beach backpacks and rain ponchos, hand sanitizer, and random cleaning supplies, sunscreen, bug spray, another random towel, magic erasers, pool chemicals, beach hammocks that you just kind of fill up with air. These were one of those, I think, as seen on TV that Mom and I were up late and we bought them. They actually work. We actually really like them. We just hardly ever use them. So we should break those out sometime. And then up here at the top, we have empty computer boxes. Because when you work from home, they send you your computer in a box, like by FedEx or whatever, and I like to keep them just because if I ever need to return the equipment or exchange it for something else, you know, if the monitor dies or something, I like to have a box to sit back in These are also empty boxes for a couple of like the decor items I have on the bookshelf. This is a TV stand. And then we've got our pool floaties in this basket up here because we like to buy these when they're on clearance at the end of the season. So here's the closet at a glance. I guess it's really not that bad, but it's just kind of bad. I find it annoying, particularly the towel organization. So we're gonna figure out a better system for this. So I'm gonna go ahead and set you guys on the tripod and you get to watch me work super fast. I'm gonna try not to make this take forever because I do have other things I would like to do today. So here we go. Cleaning out that closet did not take me very long. I only had a little bit of trash and a few donate items. Hand sanitizers were expired and also the very wrong consistency. I'm gonna take one of the bottles of bleach upstairs because I actually use that for laundry. I don't use it for cleaning. The pool chemicals I just kind of moved over to the side. Right now we have a service that's doing our pool, so our pool chemicals are not being used as frequently, so they can kind of move out of the way. I refolded all of the pool towels and there's space for everything in there. So I'm very happy with that. So now I think we're ready to move on to making a chore chart, and I'm thinking I'm actually going to try to screen record. Is that how this works? Hello? So we're going to do this on Canva just because I want something that's going to be kind of pretty but also functional, something I can print out but also something that I can edit. I'm sure I could write it down on a piece of paper, and I kind of already have it started on the Notes app on my phone. So we're just gonna kind of throw this together pretty quick. I'm gonna make this, let's see, do I want it landscape? I think I do. Okay. So I'm gonna need some text. And we'll do this because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different categories. So we've got daily chores, and we'll duplicate that. And then I've got things that I've written down twice a week, but they might get done more frequently. We'll make this one just like once a week, so we'll say weekly for this one. We'll figure out formatting in a minute, and then this one will be twice a month. Oops. And then 3 more. So daily, weekly, daily, twice a week, weekly, twice a month, monthly. Twice a year. And then we'll do annually. All right, so I kind of want that like that. We'll put that there. All right, so for the daily chores I only have two: wipe, kitchen counters, and the dishes. And that could mean dishes in the sink or dishes in the dishwasher. So I'll do sink, comma, dishwasher. And then we can duplicate this for the twice a week chores. And the cool thing about this is if I print it, since it's on Canva, if I do print this, I can always come back into Canva and edit it and then reprint it, or if it, you know, gets damaged or something. For the twice a week chores, scoop the litter boxes, empty the trash cans, and wipe down the breakfast table. And like I said, some of these things may get done more frequently, but I don't want them, I want them to at least get done at least this frequently. So weekly chores are gonna be probably our biggest list. Vacuum upstairs. Run the robot vacuum. Take the trash bins to the street to be picked up. One of you told me that we should be wiping down our light switches at least every week, and you're so right. We really should be doing that more often, and that's definitely going on my list. And then wash the kitchen towels. Honestly, that could probably go to the monthly or the twice a month list, but yeah, we'll just move that. Because sometimes we don't have very many kitchen towels in a week, and sometimes, you know, we have more. And that takes one thing off of our weekly chore list. Okay, so that's up to twice a month. Now we move on to the monthly chores. We do have a water softener, so we have to refill that salt at least every 6 weeks. I like to check it every month. We need to change the air filters. There are 5 of us, 5 people, and there were 5 pets living here, and you should be changing your air filters frequently. We all have, you know, like allergies, you know, even if they're not diagnosed, we all know that we breathe better when the air is clean, etc., etc. So we're going to change the air filters every month. We already do this. It can be expensive. I understand that. It's necessary, so we're going to have that on the list. It's already on like my mental list, and I actually have it in my planner. I've got like a whole list of things in my planner. When I get my new planner every year, I write in every month like when to pay my credit cards, when to change the air filters, fill the water softener salt, put the lubrication gel in the walking pad that I have under my desk. Like all that stuff is in there. But it'll just be nice to have a chore chart to share with the house. Vacuum. Oh, yeah, we need to vacuum under the couch at least once a month. Yeah, seeing under the couch when we moved the couch to get the floors cleaned, that was humbling for sure. Twice a year, I want to wash the cabinets. That definitely needs to be done with some frequency, just because we use the kitchen all the time. Sometimes we make messy things, so they get dirty. I'm trying to be better about when I see stuff on them, just immediately cleaning it up. Even if it's been there since yesterday or I didn't do it, I'm just trying to like clean it up when I see it, instead of just being like, oh, I'll clean those in a while. No, I'm just gonna clean it like right now. And then we'll do like the big scrub at least twice a year. I like to do it before the holiday season, because when we decorate, I just want the house to feel clean. And then I like to do it after we take all of Christmas down. You know, I don't want to take Christmas down the day after Christmas. We enjoy the Christmas season, so we like to leave our Christmas decor up till, you know, the middle of January, maybe February, who knows. And then, you know, I'll give myself a nice little mourning period of not having Christmas, and then I'll kind of like go through and clean everything. So doing it in March this year actually was nice. Literally what I wrote down in my notes was to thoroughly dust everything. Clean the baseboards. I don't like that chore, but it needs to be done. Clean out the refrigerator. And then rotate the couch cushions. And that actually happened kind of spontaneously when we had the floors done professionally, so that was nice. Move that way just a little bit. And then for everything that we do once a year, clean carpets. And that will be professionally. Wash the windows. Wash windowsills. That's necessary. And have the dryer vent flushed. So it's kind of ugly right now. I'm gonna work on making it pretty, and then I will show you what it looks like at the end of that, but I'm not gonna make you sit and, you know, watch me work on making this graphic pretty. But if you've ever been curious about Canva, I think it's a great tool. I do pay for the premium access to Canva. I think I get my money's worth out of it. I use it all the time. I don't just use it for YouTube thumbnails, but I use it for all kinds of stuff. So if you're curious, I love Canva. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and work on making this pretty, and then we'll come back and talk about some of my key takeaways from my spring cleaning series, things I've learned. So I'll be right back.
Hi.
All right, so I just printed my chore chart. You gonna see it? I did a little work on it. I made it kind of pretty and colorful. I changed the fonts. I did some graphics. I added a couple of items to the list. Let me back up. I'm sorry, I'm like all up in your business. So for daily chores, are you listening? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Okay, because you're probably gonna be the one that helps me with all of this. Kitchen counters and wash the dishes, like yep. Every day. Those things need to be done. Twice a week, minimum. I want the litter boxes scooped. I want the trash taken out of the kitchen and the recycle bins. And I want the table wiped down.
Like the dining room table?
Mm-hmm, the one we eat at. Mm-hmm. Everything I want done weekly is vacuum the upstairs carpet, run the robot vacuum down here, steam mop down here, have the trash bins to the street for pickup, and then wipe down every single light switch in the house. And probably doorknobs too. They're gross. I don't know if you've ever seen them up close. They're nasty. When I cleaned them, oh my gosh, it was shocking. How have we been living that way? We touch them so many times a day. And even like me, subconsciously, I try to touch the door, or the doorknobs, the light switches with the backs of my fingers, not like the pads of my fingers.
I've always
because I know they're dirty.
I feel like I don't want to make it dirty.
I just think,
I never considered they were already dirty.
They are. They're nasty. It's gross. And somebody left a comment. They were like, you should be washing those all the time. And they're so right. Twice a month, I want the staircase vacuumed. It should be more often, but I don't want to do it more often than that. It should be every week because we walk on it all the time, but I don't like it. It's one of those chores that like, the vacuum is heavy and cumbersome. It doesn't take very long, but I'm okay with doing it twice a month. Wash the kitchen towels, and then like absolutely deep clean all of the bathrooms at least twice a month, because those are another nasty spot. Like we need to clean the toilet every week, but we need to be deep cleaning the bathrooms at least twice a month, I think. Because yuck. Yeah, I've seen your side of the mirror. You spit toothpaste at the mirror. Yeah, it's gross. I do too. And the cat spits like food at the mirror, so our mirror is just like 3 spots of like splashes. For monthly chores, I want water softener salt checked and refilled as necessary. I think we need to check it every month and then probably just throw a bag in every month.
Probably.
Change the air filters, which won't be your chore because you can't do ladders. Vacuum under the couch down here for sure, because like we need to get all those cat toys and all of that hair out from under the couch.
Are you thinking we need something that can fit underneath that?
No, I'm thinking we take the end of the vacuum off and we just stick like the sucky part under the couch, because it'll get the hair. I'm not worried about like sand or dirt, but like the loose hair and stuff. And the Shark vacuum has that long nozzle, so it'll sit
It'll
under there.
hopefully not vacuum up a whole cat toy.
If it does, if we're using the Shark, it won't go into the water, so it'll be fine.
It's true.
And the hose on that thing is
Can I
huge.
stop rubbing my eye?
Yeah, you need to not rub your eye. Descale a coffee maker, that was something else. I'm like, we should be doing this monthly. We use it all the time, like multiple times a day.
Yeah.
I think today it's been used 3 times, our coffee maker.
At least, if not more.
Clean the dishwasher filter. We've got an older dishwasher, like 5 years old, and we run it basically every day. So I think the dishwasher filter needs to be washed every month.
Okay.
And then with the washing machine, I would like to run those washing machine cleaning tablets. Like, we'll run a cleaning cycle through the washing machine once a month.
Okay. We can do that for sure.
It feels really extra, but I think
For the
it's actually
washing
going to
machine,
help.
We have one for the dishwasher too.
They
right?
have, yeah, they have them for the dishwasher and they have them for the washing machine.
So we should probably do both once a month, yeah?
Yeah. Twice a year, I want to wash the cabinets. I want to, like, seriously dust basically everything. Clean the baseboards, clean out the refrigerator, and rotate the couch cushions. And then every year, once a year, I want to have the carpets professionally cleaned.
Right.
I want to wash the windows and the windowsills. I want to have somebody come and flush the dryer vent. That prevents house fires. If you've never had it done, call somebody. It's important. And if you have it done, but you haven't had it done recently, call somebody and have them do it. We had somebody come last year. So
You're gonna do it again.
yeah, I'm gonna have them come and do it again. He said it actually wasn't that bad last time, which could be a good thing, or it could mean that there's dryer vent stuff, lint, caught somewhere that it shouldn't be. I don't know, we'll see. And then I want to take the Department 56, the Christmas Village, I want to take those pieces down and soap them down and wash them once a year.
Ooh,
especially the ones in the kitchen.
Okay.
Just because I know they're going to have cooking grease on them. And I don't want them to get like gunky buildup on them. I'd like to keep up with it. So that's our chore chart. I'm pretty happy with it.
I like the sound of it.
I think it's kind of pretty too.
It is very pretty, yeah.
I think we could I could print it professionally, but I don't really care that much. But I could put it in one of those
We can laminate it.
sleeves.
Okay,
You know,
laminate sleeve, yeah.
well, you know, not a sleeve. Yeah, like those page protectors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could put it in that. We could just tape it on the wall somewhere.
Yeah.
Put it on the fridge.
And stick it right there with some permanent sticky tape so it never comes out.
What's that charm that we just talked about? We've been talking about Harry Potter.
Permanent sticking charm.
Yeah, permanent sticking charm. Just stick it to the wall. So now I'm going to talk about some of the things that I've learned from this series. So I'm just going to kind of give you some of my key takeaways as I pull up my notes. I have just a few points that I want to talk about. The first one is to wear gloves. So one of you told me in the comments early on that I should be wearing gloves, and you're so right. I should have been. I'm currently wearing press-on nails because all of my fingernails are, I won't say they're gone. They're all broken and shredded and, you know, in terrible shape. I should have been wearing gloves from the very beginning. I don't think it really matters what kind of glove you wear. Something you're not allergic to, obviously, but, you know, you could wear elbow length, you know, kitchen dishwashing gloves. You could wear like rubber latex cooking gloves. I think that's what we have, so that's what I used. They worked. When I would get a hole in one, I would just, you know, throw on another pair because they're, you know, not really very expensive. They're not exactly very durable, but for the most part, they did start protecting my hands toward the very end. So wear gloves. Usually, these projects took me longer than I thought that they would. I tried to be really honest with myself about how long a particular project was going to take. One of my like spring cleaning tips, I think, was to make a list outlining every single thing you wanted to do. And that kind of helps you make an idea of how long it's going to take. Sometimes you need a break and you don't plan for one. Sometimes things happen and things go wrong, or you have to step away and you can't keep working. So I think in general, spring cleaning projects, like the major undertaking projects, I think for the most part, they take longer than you think. Some of the things actually were quicker for me. That was usually when I was like getting unexpected help on the project that I didn't ask for or didn't know I was gonna get. So that usually made things go faster. Or when I lowered my standard and I just was like, you know what, this is good enough. I'm gonna quit here. I just want to get it done, and that's okay too. That's actually my next point, is that doing even just a little bit is so much better than doing nothing at all. Like when Anthony and I took this whole office apart, my idea was to just kind of tidy things in place, kind of clean things up where they were, and he was like, no, we're gonna take the whole room apart. He was right. It desperately needed to be done. But if we had done what I had planned to just like clean things in place, I think it would have been better than it was before.
It would have been serviceable, but there would have been stuff that we knew was dirty that was just out of sight.
It wouldn't have been as good as the result of what we did, but it would have been better than it was before.
And we spent a lot of time in here, so I think we deserve to have a totally clean place. You know?
True. But if you're struggling with motivation, doing just a little bit is better than doing nothing at all.
I wouldn't have been mad if you said, no, we're just going to do the top cleaning. It would have saved us a lot of time.
It would have saved us a lot of time, but I think it turned out okay. I'm pretty happy with it. I think that
I like your setup.
It's working so much better. And then flipping these monitors has been a game changer. I can see people coming down the stairs and like walking into the room now, because usually people would walk in and they would stand behind that monitor, which is like a TV screen.
You could only tell they were there by their ankles.
I could just see their feet or hear their voice. And so I never knew who it was until they started talking. So anyway, next point is that staying motivated can be a challenge. I'm usually like, once I get started, I'm on a roll. I am motivated by forward progress. I love seeing things get done. I love checking things off lists. And I still had motivation problems with this project. I loved filming it, but filming it actually took a lot of time for me because I'm running the camera by myself. I've got to set up the shot and, change the batteries, charge the batteries, make sure that everything's got an SD card, like stop and talk to you guys. So it's not just like me in fast forward for 25 minutes. So it did take me longer. And, making the videos and seeing myself get this stuff done is really motivated, but I still, there were days where I was like, I don't want to do anything. And I think that might be where I'm at mentally right now, and less about the spring cleaning, but it might be a little bit about the spring cleaning. So staying motivated can be a challenge. I think in my earlier tips video, I said to plan your treat. That's an important point. Plan your treat. Have an idea of how you're going to treat yourself. And it doesn't have to be food. It doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be something big. But, having a little reward for yourself after completing a spring cleaning or, whatever kind of cleaning project or task, especially if you really don't want to do it, I think having a treat is a good tip. What do you think?
I think treats are great motivation.
I think they're a good reward.
You can do it before you.
Right, that's a good point. You have to save it for after you're done, after you do the thing.
Self-control. Or if you don't have any self-control, don't buy it beforehand.
Correct. Yeah. Or have somebody else that can hold you accountable and have them in control of the treat. So my last point is that it's a whole heck of a lot easier to clean when you've already done a purge / tidy of a space. Because to me, and I think this is just a general rule of thumb, cleaning and purging are not the same thing. They kind of go hand in hand. You want to get rid of stuff so it's easier for you to manage the stuff that you've got left, meaning keep what you have clean and organized and, have an easy to maintain lifestyle. I would suggest doing a purge first. I think it's really easy to do a spring cleaning project when you've got a lot less stuff in the space, because you've got less stuff to move out of the space. Now, I'm not getting rid of everything in my life to make my house easier to clean, but I want to have things in my life that I use and love and treasure so that I'm only cleaning and keeping and organizing the important stuff that's in my life. So I did the, what did they call it? It was like the January purge.
Yeah, I don't
There was
know
a
what it was
name for
called.
that. What was that?
I don't remember.
Junk Free January, I think is the name of the challenge. So basically, you get rid of one item for the number of days that you are in the month. I saw somebody who was like doing it in a month with 31 days. So they wrote down the numbers 1 through 31 on little slips of paper and they put them in a hat. And then each day they just drew a number and then, or drew a paper. So like if today is the 2nd of April, if Anthony and I were going to do this, we would pull a slip out of the hat. And if the slip said 7, we would get rid of 7 items today. Does that make sense?
Interesting.
So then like as you go through the month, you just pull another piece of paper. And then it's not like on the 1st you get rid of 1 and the 2nd you get rid of 2. It's, you know, whatever day you pull a thing. And I kind of like doing it over the course of multiple days as opposed to just doing it in one day. Because if you're doing that in one day, it's a lot. And it can be really emotional to get rid of some stuff too. So, going back to like the spring cleaning takeaway, purge first, give yourself a break to like get back in the swing of life. Don't feel like you have to purge and then immediately go into cleaning, because I didn't do that. You know, that would be a lot of time and a lot of emotional investment. Yeah, don't overcommit and do both at the same time. Purge first, take a break, and then you do your cleaning. You don't have to do it in the spring. Do it when it feels right. But I did find, I was on Instagram and I found this woman on Instagram who is like mom, she's got a couple kids. I think her handle is a pop of you, and I've got a link I'm gonna share. I'm gonna put it in the description box and in like the top comment. But if you need like quick tips to get started with a purge, she started a series on Instagram. I don't know if she's gonna keep it going, but there's like 4 parts out there where she's purging her kitchen. And basically she says, open every single cabinet in your kitchen and touch everything. She puts like a few guidelines out there about how many reusable straws you should keep or how many like medicine cups. Some of it's not relevant to me because I don't have kids, but I do think that having rules in place, and even if you just kind of go through your kitchen yourself and you're like, actually, I have way too many reusable straws. I could get rid of some of these. Are there any that I don't like? Donate them, you know? So she's got a really good like system set up and it works for her. It moves kind of fast because it's an Instagram reel, but I do think that it's actually really helpful and really useful. So I'm going to put that in the description box. But purge first, then clean. And then after you've cleaned everything, maybe you can go through and like reorganize everything, like I did with the pantry. That was a huge undertaking to do in one day, which I did not fully consider, but it's fine. So I think that is where I'm going to leave you for today's video. And I think that's where I'm going to leave you for the spring cleaning series. So if I'm looking at my list, because I do have a list of videos, I think the next video you guys are going to see is going to be a vlog from 2 weekends ago when we went to the Renaissance Fair. That was really fun. We were in Miami. So we're going to kind of get back into like normal vlogs after this. I also have a live stream coming up. So you guys should be seeing this video Thursday or Friday, and we're going to do a live stream on Sunday evening. I do know Sunday is Easter Sunday. Anthony's getting confirmed on Saturday, so we're going to Mass on Saturday night. So we're going to do the live stream in the evening on Sunday. If you can join us, you're welcome. If you can't, the live stream will be on the channel, so you'll be able to watch it later. But I understand if everybody has familial obligations and you can't come. I hope you have a great time on Easter Sunday with your family. But if you don't have plans, you're welcome to join us. We've got some things we're going to talk about. A few things we're going to talk about. And I think one of those things is going to be Disney Cruise Line. There's a reason for that. We might talk about it in the live stream. But anyway, thank you so much for watching the whole spring cleaning series. I'm glad it's over. And that's where I'm going to say goodbye. You guys will see me in another video really soon. Bye!